long day at work, we all need some food to sort of refuel and get some energy going. So remember that the most important component of every meal is a carbohydrate, which we'll be getting from our maize meal. So we'll be still using our mabele again, so to have some brown pap. You can always mix it together with the white pap to also just improve the fiber content of your white pap. You know, a lot of people prefer the white pap, but the fiber content is not as high as in your brown pap. So you might just want to mix them if you're not comfortable or don't like just having the brown pap. Okay, so we're going to be having some onions, some tomatoes, and some vegetables, our spinach there, some greens there, which contains a bit of iron as well in there. And for our protein, we're having some gizzards. You know, gizzards are actually a very good source of protein, as well as also your minerals as well, things like iron in there. It's very good source of iron as well. So we're making a gizzard stew. Remember, stew is a very nice way to also put in a lot of vegetables in there for your little kids as well, if you're trying to hide some veggies and they're anti-vegetable in one of those phases in their lives. But it's also a nice way to bring in everything together. So we'll be using some onions. So we're going to boil the gizzards, put in some onions as soon as the water has simmered, and then we're going to put in some onions in there for it to just saute a bit there, and then we're adding some garlic for the flavor. Remember that a lot of people using salt or stock cubes and those things have actually a lot of sodium in them, so it's better to actually be using things like your garlic to actually season your food or your stew in this case. All right, so we've added the garlic there just to have a bit of flavor as well. You can always use your natural herbs and spices as well to give your food nice flavors and also that nice taste. We're adding some tomatoes in there just to also add a bit of flavor within our stew. Remember, like I said, you can always add a bit of green beans, you can add carrots in there, you can add corn in there as well to have a flavorful, colorful stew for your dinner. So for our vegetable today, we're going to have a bit of spinach in there, all right? So spinach is a nice greeny leafy vegetable, very important for your vitamins and your minerals as well. So with our spinach, what we'll be doing is that we'll just be boiling it a bit there. We're not going to overboil it. Remember that it still has to contain all its nutrients in there. So you must have your essential nutrients in there. So obviously don't overboil it. It must not turn brown or any other dodgy green color. Ensure that it stays green and crunchy. The water that is in your spinach, you either have to drink it or have it with your spinach because it has all your water soluble vitamins, which are still very important for you. So now that we have all our ingredients ready, we're just going to put our dinner together and make our pap, some stew and some spinach. So see you on the flip side. So ladies and gentlemen, now we are at our dinner. So we've done the preparation, we've cooked our dinner, and we are sitting here with our nice delicious plate of some pap with some spinach and some gizzard stew. All right, so you will see that our starch over here is a nice quarter of a plate of the starch. All right, so we've mixed the brown and the white pap. Remember, we said our brown pap actually has more fiber in it, so it's always nice to just mix it up a bit with your white pap. You know, some people don't like the brown pap, so every now and then mix it up a little bit, get that extra fiber in. And then we have our spinach, our nicely boiled spinach there. It's still green and crunchy, which is what you want. And then we have our gizzard stew there. You will see that we've added a bit of vegetables in there, so hence we have only just one standing vegetable. But ideally, if you have chicken or beef or whatever, you can always have two vegetables there, because remember, half of your plate should be vegetables, a quarter should be your protein, and a quarter be your starch. All right, so remember, if you are trying to cut down on your portion sizes as well, you can always eat a little bit, drink some water, eat more, so that you eat less but then you still feel a bit fuller. All right, so there we still have our water with some lemon and mint, which you can have with your meal instead of having a sugary drink.